What's up mga iis?
Hey guys, in this video we'll talk about transducers. Transducers is a device that converts energy from one form to another. Transducers are often employed at the boundaries of automation, measurement, and control systems, where electrical signals are converted to and from other physical quantities like energy, force, torque, light, motion, and position. There are four types of transducer: the temperature transducers, position and speed transducers, strain gauge, and optical transducers. Temperature transducers is a device that converts thermal quantity into physical quantity, such as mechanical energy, pressure, and electrical signals. It is usually used for the measurement of the temperature and heat flows. Thermocouples are temperature transducers that consist two junctions of dissimilar metal. One junction is kept at the reference or cold junction, while the other is in the measuring or hot junction. Thermocouple measures extreme temperature of range between negative 2000 degrees Celsius to over 2000 degrees Celsius, and they have small accuracy. Thermocouple is commonly found in thermostat in offices and the temperature control of industries. Another type of temperature transducers are the RTDs. RTDs are precision temperature sensors made from high purity conducting metals such as platinum, copper, and etc. They are highly sensible and very cheap compared to thermistor and thermocouple. They can measure temperature from negative 182.96 degrees Celsius to 630.74 degrees Celsius. RTD sensor is used in automotive to measure engine temperature, oil level sensor, and intake air temperature sensor. Thermistor is a resistor whose resistance is dependent on temperature. It is made of metallic oxides pressed into a bead, disc, or cylindrical shape and then encapsulated with an impermeable material such as epoxy or glass. Thermistor has a high degree of accuracy. Thermistors are employed in a broad array of commercial and industrial applications to measure the temperature of surfaces, liquids, and ambient gases. They are used in the food and beverage industries and in scientific laboratories. Position transducers consist of two functional parts. One part remains fixed in position while the other part moves with mechanism whose displacement is being measured. While speed transducers is a sensor used for detecting speed of an object or vehicle. There are different types of sensor to detect the speed, such as wheel speed sensor, speedometer, lead-up, ground speed radar, and many more. There are four types of position and speed transducer, namely potentiometer, capacitive transducers, inductive transducers, and LVDT. Potentiometer is a three-terminal resistor with a sliding or rotating contact that forms an adjustable voltage divider. The potentiometer is used as a voltage divider in the circuit. Potentiometer is used in radio and television receiver for volume control, tone control, and linearity control. Capacitive transducer is used for measuring the displacement, pressure, and other physical quantities. It is a passive transducer, that means it requires external power for operation. The capacitive transducers uses the electrical quantity of capacitance for converting the mechanical movement into an electrical signals. The input quantity causes the change of the capacitance, which is directly measured by the capacitive transducers. There are four types of capacitive transducers according to their structures. The first type is the parallel plate capacitance with rectangular plates. In this type of transducer, one plate is fixed and the other plate can be moved. By this variation, the distance d or area A can be varied. If area A varies and the capacitance value C would be when the plates are having the distance of x, then we have this equation. The next type is the cylindrical capacitive transducer. Considering the length of the cylinder is to be L, then the capacitance is this equation. The next type is the semicircular capacitive transducer. This type will provide the highest capacitance value when the capacitive plates are overlapped to each other. These are preferable when the circuit requires maximum capacitance. The last type is the change in dielectric medium between parallel plates. When the dielectric medium carries between the two parallel plates of this transducer, that also varies the capacitance of the transducer. Therefore, capacitance C is equal. One of the best applications of this transducer is to find the humidity level. As the humidity value changes, the capacitance value of this transducer also changes. By this value, we can measure the change in humidity. Inductive transducer is the self-generating type, otherwise the passive type transducer. An inductive transducer is an electrical device that used to convert physical motion into modifying within inductance. There are two types of inductive transducer. The first one is the simple inductance, and the other one is the two-coil mutual inductance. Mostly, these transducers are used for detecting kind of metals. The LVDT alters a linear dislocation from a mechanical position into a relative electrical signal, including phase and amplitude of the information of direction and distance. LVDT is a normal type of transducer. The main function of this is to convert the rectangular movement of an object to the equivalent electrical signal. LVDT is used to calculate displacement and work on the transformer principle. There are different types of LVDT. Capacitive armature LVDT. This type of LVDT are superior for lengthy working series. Unguided armatures. This type of LVDT have unlimited resolution behavior. The mechanism of this type of LVDT is nowhere plan that doesn't control the motion calculated data. And next is the force extended armature. It utilizes the internal spring mechanism, electric motor, to move forward the armature constantly to its fullest level of achievable. LVDT is used to measure the weight, force, and also pressure. Strain gauge transducers is a sensor whose resistance varies with applied force. It converts force, pressure, tension, weight, and etc. into electrical signals. Strain gauge is one of the most important sensor of the electrical measurement technique applied to the measurement of mechanical quantities. They are used for the measurement of strain. Strain gauge can be found in aerospace, cable bridges, rail monitoring, torque and power measurement in rotating equipment. An optical transducer converts light rays into an electronic signal. Optical transducer is used to measure physical quantity of light, then translate it to the form that is readable by an integrated measuring device. There are four types of optical transducer, namely the photodiodes, photomultipliers, photoresistors, and photovoltaic detectors. Photodiode transducer is a form of lightweight sensor that converts light energy into electrical voltage or current. Photodiodes operates in three different modes, namely the photovoltaic mode. This is otherwise called as zero bias mode, when a photodiode operates low frequency applications and ultra level light applications. Photoconductive mode. In this mode, photodiode will act in reverse bias condition. This mode of operation is fast and produce electronic noise. Avalanche diode mode. In this mode, avalanche diode operates at high reverse bias condition. Photodiodes are applied in safety electronics like fire and smoke detectors. When utilized in cameras, they act as photosensors. Photomultiplier transducers is a type of photoemissive detectors which have a very high sensitivity due to an avalanche multiplication process. Various areas of application like spectrophotometers, photomultipliers are increasingly replaced with cheaper and more compact type of semiconductor detectors. A large number of photomultipliers is used in neutrino detectors. Photoresistor transducers is a type of resistor whose resistance decreases when intensity of light increases. Photoresistors are also sometimes referred as LDR or light-dependent resistor. Photoresistors are classified into two types based on the material used to construct them. Intrinsic photoresistors are made from the pure semiconductor materials such as silicon and germanium, while extrinsic photoresistors are made from extrinsic semiconductor materials. Photoresistors are commonly found in streetlights to control when the light should turn on and turn off. A photovoltaic detector is an electronic device designed to detect photons of electromagnetic radiation. Photovoltaic are being increasingly used in numerous applications across the globe. One of the most common applications is solar-powered LED lighting. And that's it for this video, and for more electrical engineering videos, subscribe now.